Hey everyone, it's Caitlin Huzzy, and I wanted to show you a little bit about an assessment tool that I use in my classroom, both formatively and summatively, and it's called Kahoot, and it's basically an online-based interactive gaming form where you can make multiple choice quizzes that the kids take. And the really cool thing is after the quiz is done, you can actually download statistics on how each kid did on each question so that you know who is understanding the material and who isn't. So if you want to try it out, the website is getkahoot.com and you make a free account. It's really easy. Once you make your account and sign in, you have two options. You can either create a Kahoot from scratch, or you can find an already made public Kahoot and change it to be something you want it to be. For example, I am doing a quiz on atoms in one of my classes, and rather than start from scratch, I went to public Kahoots and I searched for atomic structure. I found one that I really liked, so I pressed duplicate. Then it showed up in my Kahoots, and I was able to take that and edit it and add my own questions and change things as I wanted to. So let me open up the structure of the atom quiz that I made so you can see what it's like. When you're ready to make your quiz or edit your quiz, it'll come up like this, and you have a room for the question, you have a room for the answers, and you just tell the computer which one's correct. And the cool thing is you can add photos or videos to each of your questions. You would add questions as you go along until you're happy with it, or delete questions if you don't like the question you added. And when you're ready, you save and continue, and there are a whole bunch of different options you can choose while you're going through this. And when you're done, you could play. Now, I'm going to preview this so that you can see what it's actually like. What's going to happen is, if you want to play Kahoot, you need access to a projector. And this orange screen over here is what would show up on my computer and the projector. This yellow screen over here is what's going to show up on the kids' phones, computers, smart devices, whatever has access to the internet. So when you're ready to play the game, have the kids go to kahoot.it. And once you start the game, there will be a game pin that they need to type in order to join that game. The game pin for this game is 67385. So have the kids type that in here. And then they have to put their name in. If you're trying to actually use this as an assessment tool, I would recommend having the kids put their real names in so that you know whose results are whose in the end. Once all of your kids have joined, and you can tell by counting the number of players as they are added to the game, you can start. Once you start, what's going to happen is the image being projected is going to show the question and the possible answers. The kids' devices are only going to show the colors that correspond to the answers. So for example, I have question 1 up here. The kids would read it, they would read the different answers, and then they would go back to their device and choose the answer they think is correct. You do that for each question and give the kids time to answer each of the questions, or you can time your questions so they have to act fast, whatever you want to do in terms of the settings in your quizzes. And then you would go through each of those. When you're done with that quiz, you can go back to Get Kahoot or Create Kahoot, where you've signed into your account, and you go up to your profile and look at My Results. And then what you can do is you can download a spreadsheet of the results of that quiz, and it will tell you each kid's name and what they answered for every question. So this is just a brief overview of what Kahoot is and maybe what it could be used for. But if you have questions on how to create some of these, or if you just want me to walk through it with you, just let me know and I'd be more than happy to come and talk to you.